I'm just telling you what my American diet used to be. This is what I see so many Americans doing. This is why I see so many people coming in for help with diabetic education and failing, and just failing. They get up and they have carbs and sugar first thing in the morning. They have a snack mid-morning. They have a lunch that usually is a sandwich or a burger and fries and a soda. They're spiking their blood sugar throughout the day. And every time you spike your blood sugar in an hour, it comes down by an hour or two. But the problem is you have to release so much insulin from the pancreas to get it to come down. Now, insulin is really the problem. It is the issue. It's not the sugar, although the sugar is the precursor. That's what's causing the insulin to get released. But it's the insulin that is really, truly the problem. When insulin is high, you are in sugar storage mode, which means after that blood sugar spike and your insulin goes up, and this insulin is cumulative because the insulin comes down over 3, 4, 8, even 10 hours versus your blood sugar that goes up in an hour and down in 2. So as that insulin level continues to creep up and to creep up and to creep up, every single meal after that, you're in an insulin resistant state. Yes, there's short-term and long-term insulin resistance. And every single one of these meals is just sugar that is being stored in your liver and on your waistline. That is how it works. This is why the typical American food environment is making us obese. This is why the typical American food environment is giving us blood pressure and blood sugar and cholesterol problems. This is why it's destroying our hormones. This is why our gut is a mess. This. You cannot eat sugar and carbohydrates. Breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack. This is causing chronic disease. This is the way I used to eat. I would bagel and cream cheese, coffee and the cream and sugar. I would chew on the little Starburst candies and the Werther's Originals. I would suck on those every single day, all morning long, literally all morning long. Yeah, it's just a couple calories, just a little bit of sugar, not a big deal, right? It's a problem. Lunchtime would come, I'd have the Jimmy John sandwich and the chips and the soda, or I would get the Culver's Butter Burger and the cheese curds and the soda. Then my snack blood sugar spike would be way more than this because I would always go to Starbucks and get a 60 grams of sugar caramel latte with 2 extra shots of espresso. Why? Because the sugar and carbs that I ate all morning exhausted me, lowered my glucagon-like peptide hormone, literally made me more tired and more hungry, and I was craving all afternoon. Does anyone else after lunch feel exhausted? Just exhausted. You feel hungry, you feel tired, and you spend the whole afternoon thinking about when can I get off work and go get something to eat. That was me. That was me each and every day. And that's why I was drinking the lattes and the energy drinks and the coffee with the cream and sugar and the garbage all afternoon to try to stay awake, to try to stay alert, to try to keep my body moving, when really I had no clue that the first 3 meals, and these are really meals, that I was putting in throughout the day were the things that were causing me to be tired in the first place, causing me to be hungry in the first place. Have you guys read the studies that most accidents at work happen after lunch? Why is that? Because the sugar and the carbs literally make you exhausted. It puts you on the sugar and carb roller coaster, this energy roller coaster of sugar highs and sugar crashes throughout the day. It is literally destroying your life. This is the way I used to live, and this is why I had blood pressure problems. This is why I had leaky gut. This is why I had early menopause symptoms. This is why I couldn't sleep through the night. This is why I had reflux. This is why I was on 3 prescriptions for over 15 years for my blood pressure and the omeprazole for my leaky gut and my reflux, because this is how I ate every single day. Sugar, carbs, sugar, carbs, sugar, carbs, sugar, carbs, insulin up, and what happens? When the insulin level stays high all day, every day, you become insulin resistant. Now the insulin stops working at the cellular level. Your body becomes resistant to the insulin. It starts dumping out more insulin, trying to protect itself, to get down that high blood sugar. Now, why do we want to protect ourselves from high blood sugar? And I'm not talking about just diabetics and pre-diabetics. I'm talking about everybody. Because high blood sugar causes dementia and Alzheimer's. It literally damages your brain. It damages your eyes. It causes blindness, vision issues. It causes neuropathy and amputations in the fingers and toes. It's causing heart attacks and strokes and cardiovascular disease. Insulin resistance, and we've known this for over 20 years now, insulin resistance is a leading cause of cardiovascular incidents. Heart attacks and strokes are coming from an insulin problem, not from a cholesterol problem, not from a blood pressure problem, from the root, which is an insulin problem. The insulin problem causes the blood pressure, causes the cholesterol, causes the blood sugar. So many people say, oh, I'm diabetic. This is why I had a cardiovascular event. Yeah, where do you think it came from? Too high a sugar, too much insulin, highly inflammatory diet, overall body inflammation, energy issues 24/7. This is the typical American diet. This is where we go wrong. This is what we have to change. This is what we have to change. Now, if you guys have never met me before, my name is Dr. Jen. I'm a pharmacist and diabetic educator. This is the life I lived. Is if you lower that carb intake and you balance your carb intake with things like fiber and protein, you don't have to use as much insulin. I am now seeing type 1 and type 2 diabetics using 70 to 80% less insulin and slimming their waistline and getting their A1C down and getting off the metformin and so on and so forth. Putting type 2 in remission. Now, whether you're diabetic or you're not, I want you to understand that insulin matters, because living on this inflammatory cascade of sugar highs and lows all day long is damaging to all of us from the inside out. And I firmly believe that if you follow a lifestyle like this, of eating like this, with each meal containing some sort of sugar or carbs, you will eventually end up diabetic. So let's look at some results of the people we've got on here. I can get you some results, and let me explain to you first how they're getting these results. This is what we're doing. I get up first thing in the morning and I drink a glucagon-like peptide hormone increasing beverage. I drink this for breakfast. I now don't drink the coffee and the cream and the sugar and the bagel and the cream cheese. I've cut the morning carbs. I've cut them. I drink the GLP increasing tea first thing in the morning. It makes me not hungry for 4 to 6 hours. 4 to 6 hours of cut cravings. Do you guys understand this? This means you don't need to eat first thing in the morning, and you don't need to have a snack mid-morning. You can push your first meal of the day back to 10, 11, 12, 1, whatever you're comfortable with. It all depends on your gut microbiome and how healthy you are and how insulin resistant you are. Now for lunch, I now have a healthier lunch. I try to focus on that, guys. I try to focus on having a little bit of a healthier lunch. So what does that mean? I have eggs and avocado. I have beef sticks. I have cottage cheese. I am not diving into the French fries, the processed carbs for lunch. Why? Because I've learned that when I eat processed carbs for lunch, it shuts down my body's metabolism. It shuts down my ability to burn FAT for fuel. It just shuts it down. And I don't want to be shut down. I want to be energized. I want to be making ketones throughout the day. I want to feel good and on the go. I want to balance my hormones. So another fun fact, when you do some time-based eating and you push back your first meal of the day, this allows you to improve your gut microbiome. It takes down inflammation in the gut microbiome. Time-based eating can literally help you build new stem cells in your gut. Completely change your body from the inside out. We're talking about autophagy right here at the gut level, just by giving your body some time without eating, without carbs, without sugar. You take down that inflammation radically in the gut, you're going to heal leaky gut. Now you're going to take down inflammation from head to toe. People, I am telling you, week 1, drinking the tea, I have people reaching out in their 80s and 90s saying, I can tie my shoes now. I can walk out and get the mail now. I can walk up and down my stairs now. What is going on? That's inflammation gone. This is a potent anti-inflammatory, natural anti-inflammatory, and also contains vitamin A, C, E, phosphorus, magnesium, manganese, all these good antioxidants that are incredible for your body, incredible for your immune system. Lunchtime, I eat healthy-ish. Guys, I'm not perfect. I believe in the 80-20 rule. I know for some people, they have to go 100% all in, cut all sugar, cut all carbs to feel good. I'm doing 80-20. I'm using my tools. I feel amazing. I feel amazing. Between lunch and dinner, I drink my second tea. This is going to keep the cravings at bay all afternoon and increase my energy. Now dinner time comes. Honestly, I eat whatever I want. So if I want some bread, if I want some carbs, if I want some potatoes, if I want to indulge a little bit, I just drink the beautiful prebiotic balance first. So we have this beautiful prebiotic fiber. It is dense fiber. When you drink it, it coats the inside of the gut. It expands 4 times. It has phytosterols in it that block cholesterol. And yes, we have scientific studies that prove all this. Third-party validated studies that prove this works. That it lowers the LDL cholesterol, that it binds to the sugar and the carbs in your meal so your blood sugar doesn't spike as high. Now, for some people looking at this, they're thinking, okay, well, this is great if you're diabetic. I'm not diabetic. I wasn't diabetic either. I was sugar and carb addicted. I was on the sugar and caffeine roller coaster every single day. I started doing this instead. I lost 28.5 pounds as a 45-year-old mother of 4 going through menopause. If you don't understand what a miracle that is, it is a miracle. It's a miracle to me. Okay, that's my own story. And that's why I want to share it. And that's why I come in here to talk about it all. Tea in the morning, tea between lunch and dinner, and you just drink the fiber when you have carbs or sugar. It's that simple. It lowers sugar spikes, scientifically proven to lower sugar spikes by 43 up to 50%. This is huge if you use insulin. This is huge if you're diabetic. This is huge if you're sugar and carb addicted. Now, after doing this for about 3 months, I'm down to 28.5 pounds. I'm off 3 prescriptions that I was on for over 15 years. I'm now sleeping through the night for the first time in years. My menopause hormones have regulated themselves with good nutrition and some time-based eating. I was having a period for 2 weeks straight and then not for every 2 months. That's how it was going. 2 weeks straight, then I wouldn't have one for 2 months. I was moody. I couldn't sleep through the night. I was a mess. Absolute catastrophe before this. Now I have a regular period again. I'm sleeping through the night again. Something about reducing inflammation and reversing an insulin resistant state literally can help every single form and function of your body. I do not know a chronic disease state that is not worsened by or caused by insulin resistance. The Unimate and the Balance are actually listed in the physician's desk reference. We have MDs, we have chiros, we have nurses, we have pharmacists. I myself as a pharmacist who are talking about this. Let's talk about this for a moment. This is me. These are my results personally. I was 140. I always bounced around the 140s. Now I stay in the 120s. This is my friend Steven. Full-blown type 2. Blood sugar in the 300s. Now they're in the 100s. This is his wife. She was in a really bad car accident and has limited mobility. She's off a whole bunch of beds. She was maxed out on her gabapentin. She walks with a cane. She's been able to lose all of this just following the tea and the fiber protocol. Off her cholesterol medication, thyroid, antidepressants, and anti-anxiety medications have been cut in half. Completely off the gabapentin after being absolutely maxed out on the dose. That's what taking down the inflammation did for her. Raquel is a dietitian. Okay, can you see the difference in the inflammation before and after? Took down the inflammation, no longer has thyroid issues, no longer has the fatty liver issues, any of those things. This is her husband. Look at his triglycerides coming down, his cholesterol coming down. It's just incredible. And now he doesn't need that CPAP all the time. He is doing amazing. This is Karen, has to go get bone marrow transplants. She's had 5, guys. She's had 5. So you understand what condition she has. I'm not allowed to talk about CANCER, so I have to be careful, guys. She's lost 78, even though she's on steroids and other rejection medication. She's doing absolutely incredible, doing Pilates for the first time in her life. I absolutely love her, and now she's getting on this platform and talking about this as well. Her husband, Rick, travels for a living, high-stress job. He looks absolutely amazing. Doris, down 130, off a whole bunch of medications, no longer on the oxygen 24/7. Marcus is an over-the-road truck driver. He sits in his truck, in his semi, and he's been able to lose over 100 pounds and maintain it off. It's just incredible. Here's Kathy, down 40. She's just doing absolutely wonderful off of her cholesterol medication. She could not be happier. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter when you get started. It doesn't matter how sick you are. It doesn't matter what size you are. Ruben couldn't even walk, could barely walk around. And now he's going for walks. And he's lost 57 pounds. That's just incredible. Armando's down 22, feeling phenomenal. Now he's hitting the gym and loving it. So one of the side effects of the tea, guys, is energy. If you start going to the gym because you started drinking my tea, it's not my fault, but it's good for you. So I tell people all the time, they reach out to me and they're like, Jen, I have all this energy. What do I do? And I'm like, go to the gym, go for a run, Do some squats. Get after it. You got all that energy? Use it. Use it. So Connie down 110. So my friends Connie and Larry here, they have a great story. Sweet couple. In a year, lost 110. She's doing absolutely phenomenal, has lowered doses of her medication, gotten off of some medication. Her blood pressure is doing incredible now. And they struggled for a very long time with their health and wellness. Look at them now. Look at them now. Isn't that incredible? It's just incredible. And Larry had polycythemia. It's a rare blood disease. He would have to go in every single month and have 500 mLs of blood drawn out of his veins so that he wouldn't have a blood clot. His hemoglobin was his blood was thick, his hemoglobin was through the roof. Now it is normal. He doesn't have to be on the antiplatelet medication anymore. He's off all of his meds except for his heart rejection med, because did I mention he's also had a heart transplant? This is perfectly safe. There's no drug interactions. It's good nutrition. It's food-based health and wellness. Rich and Tracy doing phenomenal. Cutting the inches, cutting the pounds. Taking down inflammation and continuing on their journey. It's just great. Gabino, down 100. Now he reaches out to me and he's like, I got all this energy. I've lost 100 pounds. I want to put on some muscle, Jen. I'm ready to go. He's now diving into our creatine, HMB, and leucine supplementation, putting on some muscle mass and getting strong. And I could not be more excited. This is what people typically do. They lean out and then they start putting on some muscle. This is what we work on. Sandy down 30, retired grandma, and she's after it. And she feels amazing, and she's chasing the grandkids around, and she's off her cholesterol medication. She feels so good. This is her husband. He tried the GLP injections. He stalled out very quickly. Now he's down 70 using our all-natural protocol instead. Amanda down 30 right away. She was doing just absolutely incredible with this. And the stories go on and on and on, guys. Josh, no longer type 2 diabetic, was on all kinds of medication. Blood sugar was through the roof. And now he's down 58 pounds and is no longer type 2. Mario, oh my gosh, Mario is a ham. You guys, you should see him. You should check him out on Facebook. Like, he cracks me up. He shares recipes. He shares the stuff he's doing now. He's out grilling on the grill. He's showing his story all the time. He is so excited, and he just continues to get better and better. Tanya, post-hysterectomy. So many women think that once they've hit menopause, weight loss is just not available to them. Once they have a hysterectomy, the inflammation is there forever, not for her. She bakes sourdough bread, muffins, and cookies for a living out of her home. That is her side business. And despite being surrounded by cookies and bread and literally the most amazing bakery items, can I just recommend her 110 times over? She's lost 45 pounds in a few months. Post-hysterectomy. Energy up, cravings gone. She's like, Jen, I can bake bread all day long and not take a bite. I just sip on my tea and I do great. Edward, down 60 and still at it. This is a gentleman that's got some kidney dysfunction. He's been able to take down some inflammation, lean out, and feels phenomenal. Liliana improved her skin in just 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. She got rid of a skin condition that she's had for years. For years. It's just wild. Sam and Angel, no longer on carrying around oxygen. This is a picture they sent me from a cruise in Alaska. They were so excited to go on a cruise. When you're feeling better and you're active and you're moving and you're off the oxygen tank, and no, you don't have to be on the CPAP machines at night so that you can travel and you can go, this is what I want for everybody. I want your senior years to be phenomenal. I want you to be on the go. I want you to be able to travel. I want you to be able to chase the kids and the grandkids. I do not. This was going to end them up in a nursing home. I'm just being blunt. Because it's important that people understand that if you stay sick and tired, you end up in a nursing home, you end up on tons of medication, you end up taking naps all day long, versus if you cut that, if you can just slim a little bit. This is just 30 pounds, guys. They look radically different. Their health is radically different. Radically. And now they're on the go and they're moving and they have all this energy, and it's just, I could not be more proud. John and Tara, down 90 and down 40. Isn't that incredible? He used to take naps constantly. He's like, now I have all this energy. I'm not taking naps anymore, Jen. This is just great. Isaac, I just love it. I love it. And we can just keep going and keep going. Daisy, I even have better pictures. Daisy's updated information to me. She's doing absolutely wonderful. I can't remember. I think she's down 30 now. Amy. So we can keep going. We can keep going, and we can just show you. I can show you people over and over and over and over again that I've been talking to, working with, who are part of my life. The truth is, health and wellness is available to you. Good nutrition is available to you. It really, truly is. And did I mention, guys, this comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. You can try it for 90 days. You're not getting results. You're not getting anywhere. Your energy isn't up. You're not moving like all these other people. Get your money back. Period and point blank. It's that hard. Honestly. Right? I love y'all. Between now and lunch, stay powerfully present in your health and wellness, because nobody's going to do it for you. Not your doctor, not your pharmacist, not your spouse. Nobody's going to slap the donut out of your hand, and nobody is going to take the Doritos out of the grocery cart for you. You are going to have to do it for you. But if I was able to do it for me, I know you can do it for you. You absolutely, truly can.